We've chosen somebody that I've been sort of looking at him for past good a few months, and I'm pleased that we've chosen the right coach that he needed.
We had no hesitation on Mick's recommendation of offering the job to Francis, and we're delighted that he has accepted our offer.
It's something I've hoped for a while. Yeah, I think in any coaching role, you're looking at yourself and where do I want to be. And I knew pretty early on that I wanted to be an head coach. I worked with some very good people. I learnt a lot of things, but you do get to a stage where you know you're ready. You're doing your job, but you know you're ready, and you need to go and do it. And I'm just so glad it's at Bradford, but it could have been anywhere. You know, it was just a time I needed to become a head coach.
No secret that we offered Mick the job on the basis that he was the primary candidate, but from what he said and looking round, you know, one of the other things that was in my mind was to try and get an English coach, because we understand why the game needs that, and Francis fits the bill. I mean, not only has he been deputy coach here, but he's also developed his own career coaching-wise by being to Australia and all that. So it's clear you've got somebody here that's looking to the future, which, you know, I think is a good sign. So there were other people considered, but it was, you know, he became the obvious one.
You do get a bond when you win things with other clubs as well, but you know, we've really gone through it this year, and I think, you know, having met all the, well, what seemed like all the fans when we was earning money and people handing money over, and you just saw how much it feels, you know, and the club means to people. It's important to me. It's important to me that they're repaid, and it's been special times really, because it brought the players and the fans back together again. You know, we're all in it together, and that's the way we need to keep going forward. You know, we can't resent each other because we're not either getting wins or they're going home early. It's now we're all in it together, and I think hopefully what this year will have done for the Bradford public is they nearly lost the club, they turned out in the numbers, and they gave the players great support.
Because I think it shows ambition. You know, we could have been very negative and said, well, we don't know, and we'll just give you a 1-year contract. We haven't. We said 3 years to get the team sorted, 3 years to get the business turned around. And I actually believe it's more than about a Super League team here. This is about the regeneration of Bradford and putting confidence back into Bradford.
I think every coach is different. There'll be things that I want to change just because I'm a coach, but I don't feel that you need to change things if it's working. But you also need to look at your playing staff as well. There's no point me trying to reinvent how Bradford play if it doesn't suit our players and they're not up to it yet. I know the players are going to have to upskill. That's what we've got to do. We've got to become better, you know, in a lot of aspects if we want to go forward. But fundamentally, the game of rugby league is a simple game, but also it was born out of entertainment, and I believe it should be attractive. But you know, we've got to work up to that. We've got to prove that our skills are better, and then we can add more in. I think we've got to do it slightly different.
Completely, in the sense of we will not interfere. At the end of the day, on the pitch is his responsibility. Off the pitch is our responsibility. But we've told him what the budget is. We've told him, you know, what we expect from that. And when we acknowledge that we're starting from a very low base, if you like, in terms of timing. But despite all that, he thinks he can do it, and we've got to support him.
We need to you know, speak to them pretty quickly, because you know, there were only a month or two ago that they were told that they could speak to the clubs, and rightly they should go and try and, you know, secure the futures. There's people in there I'm really keen to keep at the club because there's some great characters, and I think this year and the experience they've had this year will really benefit the club in the future, because they've had to fight for everything, and that was their careers. And they've almost been stood on the end of the cliff like as we were, staff. You either fight your way out or you're gone, and you know, I really look forward. Really do hope that we can get some of those players back involved.
The support of the fans, the support of the business, the support of the council are crucial. That will help then fund the players' budget. I mean, we have set a budget that he's accepted, and yeah, I mean, he's got now to convince people to stay. He's got to convince people to come, and he's got to do all that in the next few weeks.